Sometimes you have yourself a night that never ends. Sometimes you feel your life, it just never begins. Sometimes you're fighting battles that you can't win. Sometimes you're about to leave when she lets you in. Sometimes you got a deal from low in the deck. Sometimes you're the hero but stuck with the check. Sometimes you feel you're turning over a new leaf. Sometimes you're just a cop and sometimes you're the chief. Sometimes you find yourself with your face in the mud. You think you found God and you sure is your bud. Sometimes you're clean and shining just like a star. Sometimes you're smelling good like a brand new car. Sometimes you own the world, you got it by the balls. Sometimes you got people to hold all your calls. Sometimes you're feeling special like a precious stone. Sometimes you are nothing but all alone. Sometimes you feel you need to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you're meant to pay for what you had to steal. Sometimes you're in trouble, money can't buy you out. Sometimes you got no clue what you're talking about. Sometimes you play it dangerous and sometimes safe. Sometimes you see the good life and you wanna taste. Sometimes you're the one that others need. Sometimes they want your blood so they make you bleed. Sometimes you're reflecting on how far you came. Sometimes you can't get far enough away. Sometimes a seed of love, it takes years to grow. Sometimes you're loving someone that you hardly know. Sometimes when you're born, you're surrounded by things so fine. Sometimes you gotta fight and lay your life on the line. Sometimes you're from the east, one day you head out west. Sometimes you're way down south, someone puts you to the test. Sometimes your whole life it just gets rearranged. Sometimes overnight your neighborhood seems to change. Sometimes you're where you're going, sometimes in between. Sometimes you're seeing things that just can't be seen. Sometimes you try so hard just to dig yourself in deep. Sometimes others can beat you while they're in their sleep. Sometimes you find yourself, you got nothing to say. Sometimes you dream a dream the world just sweeps away. Sometimes when you're winning you feel you just can't lose. But sometimes in the dark a voice calls to you. Sometimes in the dark a voice calls to you. Sometimes in the dark a voice calls to you.